Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be discussing about the budget 2019, the major proposals which were brought forward in the budget 2019 by our Honorable Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji will be discussed in this video. So keep watching. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also click the bell icon to receive the notification of any video that I upload in your email address. So let's get started. Moving with the provisions for the agricultural sector. Now it's one of the most important sector for the economy, and the budget has also taken well care of the agricultural sector. The budget has proposed to set up 100 new clusters for traditional industries to enable 50,000 artisans to join the economic value chain. The budget has also proposed setting up of 80 livelihood business incubators and 20 technology business incubators to develop 75,000 skilled entrepreneurs in the agro-rural industrial sector. Also, the proposal for formation of 10,000 new farmer producer organizations to ensure economies of scale for the farmers over the next 5 years. Now, farmer producer organizations, they are very important in order to provide scale of economies to the farmers' produce. Expansion of the Swachh Bharat mission to undertake sustainable solid waste management in every village. So Swachh Bharat mission will be expanded to also include within itself the solid waste management in the villages. Next proposal is for the water conservation proposals. Proposal for Jal Shakti Mantralaya, which is to look at the management of water resources and water supply in an integrated and holistic manner. Jal Jeevan Mission, it is to ensure piped water supply to all rural households by 2024. This mission will focus on creating local infrastructure for rainwater harvesting, groundwater recharge and management of household wastewater for reuse in the agricultural sectors. The government has also identified 1592 blocks which are critical and are overexploited, and this mission will ensure proper water supply and conservation of rainwater. Next, we will talk about the social security proposals. The government has proposed to ensure pension benefits to 3 crore retail traders and small shopkeepers who are having an annual turnover up to rupees 1.5 crores. Now, how can you enroll in the scheme? The enrollment has been made very simple. You will require an Aadhaar number and a bank account number. Rest will be on a self-declaration basis. Now, the government has brought forward a very ambitious aim for a 5 trillion economy. For achieving this goal of a 5 trillion economy, the government has enhanced sources of capital for infrastructure financing. Government proposes to set up a credit guarantee enhancement corporation in 2019-20. 100% foreign direct investment, it will be permitted for the insurance intermediaries. Local sourcing norms for FDI in single retail brand retail sectors, it will be eased. Restructuring of the National Highways program in order to ensure that National Highway grid is of desirable length and capacity, it is created. A PPP, public-private partnership for faster development and completion of railway tracks, rolling stock manufacturing and delivery of passenger freight services. Now, infrastructure sector, if your infrastructure is not up to the mark and world class, your economy cannot grow. The government has identified the importance of the infrastructural sector and has proposed for upgradation of 1,25,000 kilometers of road length of rural road over the next 5 years under the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Higher investment in the suburban railways through special purpose vehicles like rapid regional transport system. Now, our suburban railways, they are working beyond capacity and it needs upgradation. So government proposes to set up special purpose vehicles like the rapid regional transport systems in the suburban railway sectors. Also, launch of program for modernization of the railway stations. Financial sectors, public sector banks. Now, public sector banks, they are the major backbone of the economy, and the government has decided to provide 70,000 crore capital to boost the credit for a strong impetus to the economy. The government will also initiate steps to empower account holders to have control over cash deposited by others in their accounts. Now, till now, a person did not have any control over cash which is deposited into their accounts. There have been cases where the account holder is not aware that cash has been deposited into his account. So government will initiate now steps to empower the account holders to have the control over such an issue. Return the regulatory authority over housing finance from NHB, National Housing Boards, to the Reserve Bank of India to ensure efficient and conducive regulation. So the RBI will have regulatory authority over the housing finance sector. Also, strengthening the regulatory authority of RBI over the non-banking financial companies to ensure robust regulation. So NBFCs have been involved in a lot of flip-flops. So RBI's regulatory authority will be strengthened over the NBFCs. Now, tax proposals. I have made a detailed video regarding tax proposal. I will put a link of the video in the description box below and also in the I button. So the people with income of more than 2 to 5 crore range, tax has been increased in respect of such super rich people. Surcharge has also been increased. The Honorable Finance Minister has kept the total borrowing plan unchanged at 7.1 trillion rupees, that is $104 billion, from a target which is set in the interim budget in Feb. Now, the budget did not contain any major proposals to boost spending. Total expenditure, including resources of state-run companies for the fiscal year to March, was estimated at 33.2 trillion rupees, compared with the 34 trillion rupees which was forecast in the interim budget. Electric vehicles. Now, in order to combat with the menace of pollution, the Finance Minister has announced tax rates of up to 1.5 lakhs on the interest which is paid on loans taken for the purchase of electrical vehicles. Though India, unlike in case of China and countries in the European Union, it has not set any target for automakers to convert certain parts of their total vehicle production to electric or other electrified offerings. However, the Niti Aayog is considering a policy proposal to ban all internal combustion engines of two-wheelers under 150cc by 2025 and three-wheelers by 2023. So definitely the government is considering proposals for a complete changeover to electrical vehicles. China, which is the world's largest electrical vehicle market, it has already imposed restrictions on investments in new manufacturing plants for traditional vehicles, and the local government has also mandated a quota for the electrical vehicle production for all manufacturers in China. Through its new energy vehicle mandate, the Chinese government wants car makers to shift a tenth of their capacity to electric, rising to 12% by 2020. The Chinese government has also offered major incentives for manufacturing and lithium-ion batteries. The Indian government's move to reduce the goods and services tax on electrical vehicles to 5%. So, the government has proposed to reduce the GST on electrical vehicles to 5% from the existing 12% rate, compared to the tax range of 29 to 45% on internal combustion ones. So the non-electric vehicles which are running on the fuels, the GST on such vehicles ranges from 29 to 45%. So this comparison with the electrical vehicle, which is just 5%, this can spur the demand for the electrical vehicles as well. Now, moving on to the various provisions and proposals for the railways. The government has allocated more than 3,000 crore rupees for Indian rail passengers amenities in the 2019-20 budget. Now, this allocation is around 200% more than the last fiscal. So, passenger amenities is definitely the most important factor for the Indian railways, as we can see from the budget. The allocation for the rail passenger comfort this year, it has gone up to 3,422.57 crores, which is up from 1657 crores in the budget which was presented in the last fiscal. The budgetary allocation for the railway passenger amenities, it was 1100 crores only. Now it has gone up by around 200%. Indication of a sharp rise was given in the interim budget, which was presented in Feb this year, where the allocation for passenger amenities jumped by 50%. And in this year's budget, it has gone up by 200%. To improve quality of travel and services, the government will build world-class modern train sets, including more Train 18s, the new train which was launched, which is named as Vande Bharat Express, and Train 20, which is the next level of train sets, and it consists of sleeper coaches. So Train 20 will be expected to be rolling out in 2020. Train 20 will be a train set consisting of sleeper coaches. The Honorable Railway Minister has said that his aim is to produce 100 such train sets which will replace the Shatabdi and the Rajdhani Express trains in near future. Also, redevelopment of 600 major railway stations has been taken up, which will improve passenger amenities at stations and turn them into world-class facilities with Wi-Fi, drinking water facilities, etc. The railways will also launch massive program of station modernization to make train travel pleasant and satisfying for the common citizens. Wi-Fi will be provided at stations, including halt stations, to improve train travel experience. Till now, the facility of Wi-Fi has been provided to 1,603 stations, and the rest 4,882 stations are targeted for provision by August 31st, 2019. Railway also plans to provide CCTV surveillance system at all stations, excluding halt stations, and in trains by using state-of-the-art video surveillance technology to enhance the safety of the passengers. CCTV surveillance system at 455 railway stations have been provided, and the rest stations are targeted by 2021. India is also contemplating in organizing an annual global investors meet in the country, which is similar to the World Economic Forum, which was conducted in the Alpine resorts of Davos, to carve out a bigger global role for itself. The move will help to create a need for the Asia's third biggest economy with the international financial system. Now, China, which is India's geopolitical and economic rival, already it has its own version of such a investor summit, which is known as BAO Forum for Asia. The Honorable Prime Minister, who made his Davos debut last year, has used this track before as Chief Minister of Gujarat, before becoming the nation's Prime Minister. The biennial Vibrant Gujarat Summit, which was followed by in other states, helped to raise his profile. The idea for holding a summit is being mooted at this time. The government is looking to attract more investments from overseas as it seeks to spur economic growth and generate more jobs. India also wants to tap investors who can help fund the 100 trillion to build infrastructure over the next 5 years. So this is also a very ambitious plan of the Indian government of organizing an annual global investors meet in the country, which will definitely help in the growth of the Indian economy and also tapping foreign resources. So this was all regarding the major proposals which are set out in the budget 2019 by the Honorable Finance Minister. If you like the video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Click on the like button given below the video. And if you have not yet subscribed, do subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon. And also do let me know what you think about the budget proposals. What are your views and comments? I would love to look at your views and comments also. Thank you for watching the video.